Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. 6. What we're doing now is we're going to be going to the side stories once again and then do the second side story, which part 1 and part 2, which is called Understanding. The club is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Yuri to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Hey, Yuri joined. even Yuri's like. Yuri's eye widened, recognizing the girl. She very compilizey, I don't know what it is, mouths to Monica. It's her! That's the girl! That's true, the girl. Understanding into the doorway is none other than the girl Yuri had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica, leaving a filter on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not! This is the literature club! Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Yuri continues to fall, containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I am Monica, and this is Yuri. And we run the Literature Club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should not be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girls nod, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Yuri, and this is Monica. Yuri, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool! Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Fortune? I don't know what it is. I can't say I have. Oh well, she is my favorite author. I'm not sure. Is she real? Hold on, I'm gonna like search it up on Google. Guys, look, she's real. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Go figure. Also, I got my thing back. You know, this is a pack of cola, but with water, with ice cubes in it. So yeah, it tastes kind of sweet. Not gonna lie. I love it. The taste is so sweetness. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just. Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I won't mind. You really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught off guard by Yuri control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Yuri, silently asking for help. I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great! I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all other my books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably need to bring one for now? Siri nervously says that, knowing to herself that the curse, I don't know how I spell this word, honestly. Left it is off the book that Yuri set down at her desk. True, okay. I'll go get one first then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Yuri silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How did I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy except maybe stuff that I want to read when I was a kid, but it's probably a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure you'll be fine. In fact, it's neat we have different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to disagree, but what is her only interest? But it doesn't seem like that. Monica, don't you think you should be oh my god, I can't even spell that. Intimistic? God, I cannot even spell it. Jeez. Like, why are the words so hard? We have a new club member. There should be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her name, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really obnoxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? That's kind of scary. You can't point things out like that, Yuri. It's just like learning what makes people really happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel uncomfortable here. Maybe you take a break from helping me or with the administrative stuff and just focusing on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do! Besides, Siri lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her fingers. The diabolically chunky book story sitting on a desk. Right afterwards, the book opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Yuri, her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates that she have run at last part of the way. She makes her way back to Yuri and sets the book down to her desk. Just as Yuri feared, the book Yuri, for her, is just about the equal in size that the one already on Yuri's desk. Oh, there are probably a few things you should already know before getting started in it. There are some things that may explain in the other books that takes place in the same universe, so going over those will be a good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Suri nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking maybe we could just to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think we are gonna be reading together, then I will like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods while Sayori is looking. I mean, Yuri, sorry. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no intention that she is anything more to add. So, What made you decide you want to join a club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I've been paying attention to any club predicaments advertisements. I could only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica? Monica come to my classroom and then put the filter on my desk. Yuri suddenly face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look. So she just walked out. It took me several days to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone knew that how considerate I was. But I decided that was probably internal. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I feel so bad about interrupting you. That I just like walked out. I was actually really hoping that you could become bi. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things at the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as being too many people. Not that in mind, not that much, but I have really hard time to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing, just the two of you. If there's one, that means it's you, Yuri, okay? So there's 3 in the literature club. I definitely come here at the right time. Ah, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the encouragement to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I never actually had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are in the same things that I am, except online. So I thought that the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? Yeah, like genres? I don't know, just anything, even though it's not literature. Oh, just things you or think you're dumb? Yuri pauses, a concern of her face. How about I tell you something am I into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that'll be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into like crafty things. Like making cute little college or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room is already coloring with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I pull it off at last minute. So yeah, that's kind of something silly I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, but I'm just as surprised, but you can know how you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have something to share with that I'm into now. Story nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm nearby. Point you as a vice president of the literature club. Therefore, you can stuck with me. Hey, don't give me those responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward for having gotten cut off. I like to get into woods or into the park. Just like places you can walk or sit or you not have people around. It's peaceful. Just nice of remove myself from anything that matters. Let my racing mind mostly for a while. When you like to do that? It depends on my mood. After school on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I never had the time to do something like that. I find that there were a lot more times than we think we do. Then you don't let slip through your fingers. The three continued their conversation, led primarily by Yuri, but with Monica chiming now and then as well. Monica had the intent to leave Yuri and then focus on her work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before he knew it, it's the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So you two are going to be starting on that book the next club meeting. That's the plan. I'm so excited. Yuri beams with a shine of hope, and Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri nervously waves to Yuri and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! Don't steal my intro, Yuri. Stop. As Yuri exits, Yuri enthusiastically returns their farewell. Stop saying ruin a bit. Once again, Yuri and Monica are left in the club room. Yuri, are you a lifesaver? I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides, it really lifts my mood. It really feels nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be clear, you know. It made me happy! Well, there's no doubt in my mind she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting a book for our next meeting? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I try my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems that like everyone's their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expected to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Yuri in the club room. It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about that yesterday. Yuri tilts her head and sure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got very excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we can talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think that everyone else in the club saw. Hahaha! Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute. How excited you were. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you're just humoring me anyway. In a respect, it's rather obvious that nobody is truly interested. But you will like it so much, this just not be worth sharing. I'm very excited I joined a club, so you don't have to try so hard to intense me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't need to have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have been working on requirement stuff mostly. So it's just around like having fun, and we could do a reading together. We could do it together, reading our books. You know, like as a club activity. That'll be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I want to do in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I don't know what's going wrong with me, but I'm really sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can help feel more comfortable here. Yuri pulls her desk up against Yuri and sits next to her. The book in question is already in Yuri's desk. Peeping over, Yuri reads the cover of the book. Dustbell? Part 1 of Everlast Saga? Hahaha! It's Dustbell by Annabelle! Sorry, I'm reading now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of her and tears out of sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things that someone's like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. That's, well, be helpful for someone new to genre. Sorry, jokes flew completely over Yuri's head. But think about it, she decides that's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but we'll try to make it as impeccable as possible. I'll trust you, you're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can hide her smile and light blush. You can generalize. Intelligent. I'm only smart in things I have a lot of experience with. Truly, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be elevated enough for the 2 days I spent so far. So my eyes is everything else once comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Yuri rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Heh, okay. After the mender diversion between them, the two get back on track with their Planet Club activity. Yuri begins to guide Yuri through the basics of the fantasy world of her story takes place in. More of it she details the race, faction, story elements of magic, the more questions Yuri seems to have. But despite Yuri's expectations, Yuri equally guides her through in a way that it's fun to follow along. It becomes convenient that the world building expect that the story, not just the story itself, but it's the one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How did people come up with stuff with this? It's not like the exact opposite of kind of people writing what I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things that I want to put them down, the feelings I could come to my head, you know. But it's like there's just so much planning and hard work. Oh, you're into poetry? I think there is some expanded that concludes that the kingdoms where it works in poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, but feeling Yuri's heart with happiness when she realized the first time she heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must have been having fun! Anyway, I think we could get started reading now. If you're ready. Okay, but I can read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I am very patient. Patient is something that I can pride myself in. I see. Yuri jots Yuri as patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. Haha, I'm just kidding. But I'm glad that you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Yuri flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. The silence only lasts for a moment as Yuri speaks up again. What does Vinician mean? Oh well, it's in contact. It silly means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Yuri turns the page. Are those footnotes? A lot of dialogue has cruel references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue along. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Yuri's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense tech. Up until now, their expressions have been reserved, with Yuri easily navigating through social solutions and Yuri struggling them. But the tables have been turned. Wait, are you talking about the past now or the present? Where? Right here? They're talking about the past. These paragraphs describing a flashback that Barnett is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's applied from the contact. Yuri rubs her templates. The two of them continue, with Yuri answering fewer questions. She begins to understand the value of the notes as she finds herself referring to what somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not her getting into the reading, but after fearing that she'll become across as stupid. At last, Yuri reaches the final chapter, or the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath and closes as the book she got through so far. So, what are your thoughts on this point? Yuri tries to find words. I'm doing well so far. I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes you so long to read it, understand things, it makes you feel really dumb. But I really like how you get into that. It makes you want to go. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see the way you do. The relaxation Yuri expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri, come on! Yuri leaves. You weren't making me... Sirius left alone with her words. How this has happened? We're having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have told her that I enjoy it. Monica trusts me with this. It's the only way I'm good at it. I'm still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drawn in guilt, Yuri stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to him. I cannot even speak. Jesus Christ. Right. If she doesn't want to come back, then she wouldn't left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible! Was it really... She thought it wasn't... I was enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough! I probably let her down so much by having trouble following so along. Yeah, I'm sure I was smarter. She would have been so much fun. I need to do better for her. Well, that's interesting. Part 2, let's go. For the first time, Yuri is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But still, it's my best! But I'm letting everyone down. I'm just always just a disappointment. Yuri continues to wrestle with her self-destructive thoughts. Very tiny noise causes her to lift her head in explanation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on the new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one here. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book and was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You don't have to wait inside for me. The door of the club room's open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With the club politically stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this? All of a sudden, when she was eager to spend time with Yuri before. Did they not get along after all? Monica looks in the club room herself to see Yuri sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'll be happy to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict it may been rising. It's a little ironic. She realized that she had been so conflict avoidant after being in a debate club. Okay, let's walk together. I've been make copies for the filter and go around with billboards and replace the old ones with new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Yuri, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Yuri didn't follow up with the along more. Monica is tense at a station conversation. How the heck does Yuri do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight up to computer lab on the filters. Yuri told me. What did he tell you to end up going yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm sorry I realized you feel more look like a literature club now. Yeah! It's kind of funny stuff, so I feel imitated at the first when I hear about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, the kind of stupid of me, but I'm just imitated by things that I'm not good at. And so silly to imitate that everyone who comes to the literature club will have just had the same interests as me. So that's cool that you're able to get Yuri into it. It's not that the club is working. I'm really happy about it. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. I'm stupid to force her into her. Yuri falls silent again as she start her thought, but can figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment pauses in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I should have been complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I wouldn't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. It's important to do that. Then you can tell me anything. Well, I will feel welcome. To welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's not just an issue with me. It's an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with... Huh? Monica pauses and think. Well, what if we put this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to make kinds of people join this club, hopefully anyway. And learning the diverse needs and interests and everyone will help and come with the activities that everyone will be happy with. That everyone would be happy with. Not just only some people. Of course! I be getting look out for the people, otherwise the club will be... I see. Otherwise the club will be like this, downhill, yeah, downhill. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to pragmatic was a good choice. Each infidel truly has her own needs. Okay. Yuri then takes a deep breath. I'm really weird and awkward person, but I accept myself about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is this so easy for everyone else? How you just make conversation about an authorized topic? I can talk for hours about things I'm into. Fortunately, I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So understand about myself, so I'm not just good with people, I can help it. So I'm feels like whenever I'm true with a new social solution and either ignore or made fun of and been taking pity on, and Yuri falls into the third category. She what? Hold on. Are you saying that Yuri is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to treat like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Yuri is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would go along with whatever I push into her. You know, he deserves himself. So what kind of different discomfort that just because some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stop in a short hallway, broadcasting the conversation over the original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri looks down with her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could say that someone's face, it's pathetic. Yuri's different. Making people it's really happy is the most interesting thing to her. I'm sure that's what she's all trying to do. If you'll be able to expand her to her what makes her happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship? As one person is only trying to cater into other person's weird needs. I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No. I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Yuri will be able to say better. Yuri is someone who will give everyone however much kindness they'll need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficult accepting kindness, but must driving Yuri to be assertive in her kindness, further expatiating the matter. You're the person is to blame, but it's issue to resolve without them. Understanding, we treat each other better. Yuri wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Yuri, she has her own needs too. But she could be good friends to work together and be what they need for each other. So you must have to have good communication. Talk about it. I don't have a good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I just it's so relentless to everything. I'm just pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of the cycle I'm creating for myself. I'm thinking that I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I'm just pushing them away first. How thoughtless and immature I am. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn to a whole venting session, but I understand that I need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just help making the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wanted to say something, but she didn't. This kind of critical thinking, something that I'm really bad at. You know about people, so thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning to a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old filters with new ones. More ironically, Monica did the most work while Yuri followed along. But as a club room, Monica once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Monica, Yuri sighs and then shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. And if I don't do it now, I'll never will. Yuri starts toward the door and then turns to face Monica. You're just not going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I'll make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although suppose that the downside of doing at the club rather than at the home, I won't drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that's nothing to do with this. Now you mention it, I bet we could get permission to get staff or for tea in a club room. You could use like electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that be really possible? I'll look into it. That would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri and then returns at the depart down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. At a moment of daydreaming about tea is letting everyone to save her from anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment she realizes how Yuri has been spending her afternoon. I was expecting you to come today. I was really to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look! Yuri holds up the sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with addition categories and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid that you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Yuri's voice quivers in shock after received the exact opposite response she was expected. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. If I do something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself into the situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this reading, it's okay. Just please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want to be friends to be happy. So I thought that did something together that we really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri, that was rude. Why? Yuri sinks into her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to steam down her face. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Why is it so hard to clear your thoughts? Why you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with interact exertions as she shuts her eyes, unable to face that Yuri for the rest of the world. She will leave, just escape from there, just before Monica sees her like this. And before Yuri tells Monica what she did, but before Yuri can put away her strength in her legs, she feels like a pair of arms gently wrap around her behind. Oh my god, this is a nice animation. Look at that. Jesus, I love that. It's okay, Siri whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to respect or pull away from Monica or Yuri's kind gesture. Yuri stifles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, with trying all of her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things that you're feeling in your way are different than things that you're trying to say. I know you must be doing right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we can talk them out together, okay? Yuri sniffles then and then nods her head. She gives herself a minute to comprise her thoughts while she speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I got so used to people by weirded about me. It makes it feels like anyone who's truly nice to me is just doing that out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me want to not to believe that someone can actually like me or who I am. Yuri pauses, but Yuri doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for you to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was my chance to make friends through my interest, because my interests are the only things I could talk about. It's all I have is going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself overly upset with each other, when people feel like I'm making a fool of myself, I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn to get along with people and stop reading things for myself. That's all. I really feel bad for Yuri, don't you guys? Like, honestly, this is kind of sad. Yuri finished her thoughts, feeling more steady after having got them out. Yuri, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall beneath her arms, realized that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things you'll need to do. But I feel it will just be frustrating for you. But how much patience I require sometimes. It sounds like kind of familiar. I would stop worrying about that we are reading. I was so afraid that you'll get frustrated with me. But I'll never do that. I'll do my best to serve you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know. But my visceral fears won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the name for you, right? Yeah. Internal fears. Internal fears? What's that about? Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said how hard time believing that, but I promise that's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really concerned in your own way, you know? Worry so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a Lurch Club. But it's the best part. We're all different and we have different interests. like about the book. I'm reading because I want to. I promise. That's why I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but it's try not to mistake for me for not enjoying it. I mean, we could ever discover the things we want to try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love you so much. In the end, it's not for me to say anything but I'm glad I tried and learned things about you. Plus, you're more like super duper smart, and I want to rub that on me. Ha ha ha. Yuri fights back a smile and a comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have expired through the caress of Yuri's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always want to have long hair, but it was awful of taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's attention relaxes. For once, she feels okay, just listening rather than worrying. That's so much saying the right thing. Yuri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. Let it be so difficult to let her feel relaxed around other people. But the Literature Club make it happen. That's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding around her feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind we're continue to reading. That's what I want to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything that's early on, though. So we just want to see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without our conscience first. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, you didn't. I mean, I was just the kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back. Monica's back. I haven't seen you like a lot recently. Sarah tries over to Monica. She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori grabs her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be a good to know. Sayori might be a kind of hug monster. A hug monster? What the fuck? Hey, don't call me a hug monster! You're this is a monster. If we enter the kingdom, then we can spell disaster. Your last Monica Prissy looks at between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad the two of you enjoying your reading so far. It's like your first real activity as the Literature Club. About that. Well, you're being so patient with exploring my interests. I think that will be this rate of me turning a favor to you, and then learn about things you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. And that's it. That's it, by the way. So next up, in part 7, we'll do a new one which is called Respect. So, and I know there's a new member that's coming to the club, and you know what it is. That's right. Natsuki! So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching from this Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. With side stories of understanding. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you guys want part 7, you know what to do. Leave a like. Please leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, all those stuffs. Yeah, peace out. Bye.